So the Star Wars Outlaws trailer, CGI, came out yesterday, and I saw that and thought to myself, ugh, a CGI trailer, those cowards, why wouldn't they release gameplay? I bet this game is gonna suck. And then today, they released gameplay trailer, and now I know the game is going to suck. The first thing that stood out to me in this game is that everything is done slowly. Stealth is slow, gunplay is slow, the ship is slow, and Han Solo runs ever so painfully slowly. I'm convinced this character is a cross between Han Solo and Dora the Explorer, by the way, and you can't convince me otherwise, and neither can Boots. So we start off in a Ubisoft stealth mission, which you would think they would have some experience in at this point, but for whatever reason, all we see of it is a melee takedown and using the rat monkey to interact and activate some cover. Okay, maybe this isn't a stealth game, sure, that's fine. What's the combat like? Fortunately, we don't have to wait too long because the player gets caught and we're launched into probably the most underwhelming third-person shooter combat I have ever seen. The blasters seem punchy and satisfying, but how exciting can sitting behind some cover while an AI stands on the other side of the room waiting to be shot really be? Not very, and the developers know this because before our blood pressure can get too high from all the fun, we leave the combat encounter and jump onto our speeder. Okay, great, this is an open world, right? That's the draw. Let's see how traversal works. Surely this has to be great. Why is everything so slow in this game? Isn't this a getaway? You had to run from that fight you were winning, so let's make it exciting, right? So the bad guys show up and... oh, wait, nope, she just uses an insta-kill. Wouldn't want to show off too much fun now, would we? Am I being too nitpicky? Maybe. Positives. I like the implication of an infamy system amongst the gangs in the galaxy. That's a cool feature that could be used in interesting ways. Imagine if you get to side with gangs you like, and building a reputation with them allows you to work your way up the ranks for unique perks and gameplay mechanics. Maybe you can call them in to assist in fights, or they impact the story in some way. And if you have a bad reputation, maybe the gang will send bounty hunters after you. Maybe if they have influence over the planet you're on, locals will be hostile too. It could lead to some great possibilities, but more than likely, it'll end up just being an Assassin's Creed Odyssey infamy system, where from time to time a mini-boss will show up and try to kill you, which is fun, I guess. Next we have around 3 minutes, that's a quarter of the trailer by the way, of either walking or bland dialogue that does nothing to inform us of the character. But then Han Solo makes an in-game choice which causes the Calamari mob boss to turn on the wanted level. Okay, this is interesting. So certain dialogue options have immediate consequences. What's gonna happen? Well, the cops show up and our character just flies away. Okay, but wait, they follow us into space. Awesome, ship combat, let's see it. Fighter combat is an essential feature for any Star Wars open world game. Surely they got this right. Oh, she just flies pretty much in a straight line so the TIE fighters can fly in front of her and get shot one by one, ever so slowly. Your orchestra can pop off all you want, gang. You can't convince me that flying 2 miles an hour in a straight line while shooting at stationary targets is fun. And then the last 3 minutes, another quarter of the trailer by the way, is cutscenes and boring dialogue. Be honest with yourself. If this game wasn't dressed up in a Star Wars coat of paint, would you be at all excited for what you're seeing here? I don't think you would. But because it's Star Wars, Ubisoft thinks they can just churn out a mediocre game with Star Wars on the front cover and people will buy it. And of course, they will. As much as it sounds like it, I don't want to dislike this game. I want great games. I want great Star Wars games. I'm one of the biggest Star Wars nerds around, which is why what appears to be laziness is just so frustrating to me. We need to hold all of our AAA titles to higher standards, Star Wars or not. And you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ubisoft will showcase another gameplay trailer that blows everyone away. But if this is the best they have to offer, we need to hold Ubisoft to a higher standard too.